Alright, hello, and welcome to the Shark Stream. It's me, it's Gage, aka Acid Shark, and I think if you came up to me as a child and you had one of those, like, Fushigi contact juggling balls and you could use it real well, I think I would probably think you were the coolest person on the planet. These days, maybe not so much. I don't think I could use a Fushigi ball, personally. I don't think I would handle it particularly well. I don't know how, it's impressive, to be sure, but it's just, I don't know if it's, coolest person I've ever met levels of impressive. I would definitely have to hand it to you, you know? I forget what those are. I wouldn't worry about it. I think they're the things that fucking David Bowie had in, Labyrinth. Welcome to the Shark Stream. It's Shadowbringers Saturday. Oh boy. Appropriately for the stream where we're going to be doing All Saints Wake, it was recently announced that on October 31st, the hallowest of Weens, there is going to be a FF14 producer live letter, where I can only assume that we are going to get some information about 7.4. Lilith, congratulations on the 3-stream streak. Apparently the Gateway Fate Con got DDoS'd and lost power. Huh? What? What are we talking about? Gateway Fate Con? I don't know what that is. Anyways. It's so wild to think that, okay, because most expansions for FF14 will generally have, it's a con a lot of FF14 merch artists are at and lost power, so they're making NA data center DDoS jokes. Oh, that's funny, actually. Okay. It sucks because they lost power. But that is a little funny about them making jokes about the con itself getting DDoS'd. What was I saying? Most expansions for Final Fantasy, the patches go in a very specific kind of structure, where the first 3 are an epilogue that just kind of tie up loose ends from the main story. And then the last 2, so 7.1 through 7.3, or 0.1 through 0.3 of any patch, tend to be let's wrap up a few loose ends. And then 0.4 and 0.5 tend to be, let's set up the next expansion. So we are starting to get into that in FF14 now, with us kind of closing in on the patches that are going to set up the next thing that's going to happen after Dawn Trail, which is wild to think about. I know Dawn Trail was fairly divisive as an expansion. You had people that, didn't quite like it for one reason or another. And then you had people like me, who had the objectively correct opinion that it was really good, of course. But, it's been a wild ride. It's been a wild ride with Dawn Trail. And I'm excited to see what happens next. Whenever that fucking ends up being, who can say? We are, of course, getting around to excuse me. Getting around to that point in this game. We're getting around to that point in Shadowbringers now, where we're going to be looking at I actually need to hold on. I gotta check something actual Because what we're going to be doing today is we are going to be... Sorry, I need to... I'm trying to check something here. Okay, we're good. Alright, we're not getting into the next chunk of Shadowbringers yet. We've got a bit of... I don't want to say busy work, but we've got a bit of stuff that we have to do ahead of that. Primarily, what we're going to be looking at here is... Obviously, first off, we're going to be starting with the All Saints Wake event, which is today. Well, it started yesterday, but it goes for, like, a little bit, you know? So we're going to be starting with that. We are then going to be doing I think the first of the Master Role quests. Let me just consult my chart here. Yes. We're going to be doing the first of the Master Role quests. And then there is a chain of side quests called Tales from the Shadows that we're going to be doing that kind of follows up some... It's kind of like Tales from the Dragonsong War that followed up Heavensward, but for Shadowbringers. And then after that, oh boy, we're getting into Eden after that. And I hope you're ready for that. Eden's cool shit. Eden's cool stuff. I'm excited to check out Eden. And then once we wrap up Eden, then we will be continuing the story of Shadowbringers. We've got Part 3 of Shadowbringers. Each expansion is divided into 4 parts. There's the 2 parts that make up the base expansion. Part 3 generally makes up point 1 through point 3, and then Part 4 makes up... what is it? It's 0.4 through 0.55, usually. Gaia, she gets to meet Renoa, and that's funny. Yes, we will get to meet the FF14 representative for the new Decidueye game. For Eden, are you leaving the last part or after the Wave's Hands? Nope. We'll just have to worry about that later. We're gonna treat it the same way that we treated, like, any reference to, like, anything that happens in Part 2 of Shadowbringers that got brought up during the role quests. But yeah, Eden, Part 3 of Shadowbringers, which will comprise 5.1 through 5.3. We're going to be redoing Yorha Dark Apocalypse, just because I really like the Nier raids, and I want to play them again. And it's my stream, and I get to do what I want. Then after Yorha Dark Apocalypse is Sorrow of Wurlet, which is the Trial series for Shadowbringers. Something that they haven't done since Shadowbringers. Like, we had the Warring Triad, we had the Four Lords, we get the Sorrow of Wurlet, but then, like, for Endwalker, and because what it is it's supposed to fill out, like, the extreme trials for each expansion, and they have their own little stories, and generally they're pretty fun. I actually really like the Sorrow of Wurlet personally, but then in Endwalker and Dawntrail, they've just had a new boss every patch. Gage, I realized what I got from Audrey yesterday is the third thing I've gotten of my wall. I think I'm going to curse him. Oh no. But yeah, Yorha Dark Apocalypse, Sorrow of Wurlet, the second Role Master Quest, Part 4 of Shadowbringers, and then a string of side quests called The Void Calls, which is a follow-up to the Role Master quests, as well as the Warring Triad quests from all the way back in Heavensward, with some interesting character interactions, which we'll see. We'll get some more setup for that today, actually. And then once we've done the Void Calls, we finally get to Endwalker. And oh boy, I actually need to finish putting the Endwalker setup together and get started on Dawn Trail, because I started this list of... we should probably, like... Hold on. So I started this... Hello, Zilla. It is Bunoween. I started this structure for playing through FF14 New Game Plus back when I think we were still in the patches for Endwalker. So we're talking like a couple years ago. And I think at that point, Endwalker Part 3 hadn't finished yet. So, like, we were still going through the patches. They hadn't, like, updated New Game Plus. So I don't even, like, have, like, a set point for where I'm going to put, like, Myths of the Realm. I've just got it set up for, like, Endwalker Part 1, Part 2, up to a certain point. The role quests for each, for melee, magical, healer, physical, ranged. I think in the order I completed them. Finishing up Endwalker Part 2, Pandemonium, Role Master quests, and then I don't have anything figured out past that. But we will figure it out. I will figure it out. I will do this for us. But Endwalker is going to be an interesting case, because I know I was just talking about how, like, usually the structure is point 1 through point 3 is the epilogue, and then point 4 through point 55 is the prologue for the next patch, or for the next expansion. But Endwalker's patches are interesting because they're actually almost an expansion in and of themselves, which I think is super neat. I know a lot of people didn't like the Endwalker patches, but I thought it was, like, super neat how it's just like, yeah, no, it's just another story using the, like, setting and framework of everything that came before. It's practically just like it's practically the Majora's Mask to Endwalker's Ocarina of Time. So, All Saints Wake. Back at it again. I gotta talk to this pumpkin-headed witch over here. Hey girl, hey, how you doing? That's the All Saint. I don't know what her name is. She's a pumpkin-headed apparition. Frights of Fancy. The pumpkin-headed apparition proffers out her hand in invitation. I wonder if the clown's gonna be here. I'm not gonna do voices today. I've been having, like, some issues with, like, my throat and jaw recently, where I've kind of got, like, this soreness in them. It's not like a sore throat sort of thing. It's just, like, my jaw's, like, I've been getting, like, tuckered out from, like, chewing and stuff like that. So I'm going to probably go easy on voices today. Just because, like, whoa. Pumpkin witch wifeable. Haha, we meet again, adventurer. Enjoying the festivities, I trust. While the Saints are away, a well-known theater troupe has stopped in Gridania to play. They host a grand masquerade in the old manor, that they might sate their hunger for merriment. You have yet to meet these fearsome folk, but they are known as the Continental Circus, performers who relish the bone-chilling nights of the All Saints Wake season. They are ghoulish gala as the talk of the town, and knowing the troupe's appetite for mischief as I do, I sense what lies in store. I implore you to view the spectacle for yourself. You need only speak with the genial geyser. He shall guide your steps to the haunted manor. Aight. The children of the Continental Circus may appear to you as ordinary performers, yet they are far from it. All shall be revealed in due time. Okay. Hey, bro. Hey, my bromide. Come one, come all, to the Continental Circus's grand masquerade. Shall I guide you to the festivities, good madam? Sure, I guess. Anyways, I must show off my stupid Halloween outfit. Hold on. Okay. Isn't this just Hawk Manor? Did you guys set up at Hawk Manor? I think they just set up in Hawk Manor. Excuse me, impresario. They always do. I bid you welcome, dear guest. It is our honor to host you. An adventurer? Not that adventurers are unwelcome, mind. I harbor no ill will against them whatsoever. Now tell me, what brings you to our manor of happy horrors? A suspicious introduction for one who claims to harbor no ill will. Spirit Halloween. That is basically what happened. The masquerade, of course. Final Fantasy. Hello, AK4. Are you now? Then I ask you forgive me my initial scrutiny. Past experiences have made me rather wary of adventurers, let us say. Oh hey, your choices are different if you haven't done the quests in previous years. It makes sense to me. But I tire of shadowy schemes and the accusations that often follow, so I shall lay bare our secret as a gesture of good faith. However, you must swear never to share with others what I reveal. Because you are the past experiences. Fair enough. Though we of the Continental Circus disguise ourselves as mortal men and women, we are in truth a troupe of otherworldly creatures. For some of us, our monstrous costumes are in fact our true forms. Were my own glamour dispelled, you would see me as I truly am, an imp. Not so long ago, our ultimate goal was to drown this realm in blackest night and usher in a long-coveted legend among my kind, the Night of Devilry, where our leader, the Great Gord, would rise again and strike terror into the hearts of men. Linus, is that you? But as a few void-sent compatriots have recently taught us, there lies a reward even sweeter than mortal fear, one that fills our hearts and satiates our souls. Gratitude! Oh, you do know the Clown Man! One taste, they said, and we would be unable to deny the fulfillment it brought us. Hey, dog, isn't this just this plot of Monsters, Inc? Did y'all did a Monsters, Inc? They did a Monsters, Inc. Where's the spider dude? Fuck that guy. Thus, the circus abandoned its malevolent ambitions to pursue honeyed words of appreciation instead. Impresario was the Halloween villain before the clown dude. They can invite Zero over again. Oh, yeah, that's right. I wouldn't have been here, or I wouldn't have been using iGuild for All Saints Wake during that time. I need to... hold on. Ah! Sorry, I'm looking for something. Dog, I got so much shit on my desk. So, funny thing happened on Blue Sky today. So, like I'm sure many people, I don't want to use Windows 11. Like, Windows 10 ain't perfect, but I've gotten used to it, and the idea of changing to something that, from what I've seen, makes things radically different, and also, in some cases, worse, does not appeal to me. But unfortunately, they are ending security updates for Windows 10. Sort of. You can request, like, extended security updates if you want, but it's like a thing where it's just like, oh, you could get them for a year. And it's just like, yeah, okay, I'll get it for a year then. But thankfully, a good Samaritan, you can pay them for an extended security subscription, yeah, but thankfully, a good Samaritan has risen from the ranks to bestow upon us information on how to get free extended security updates. And he is a macro muscle fur VTuber. And God bless him for it. Send you that thread later. I'll say it's a video that he posted on Blue Sky. I'll send it to you like right fucking now. I saved it. Because I was just like, I need to do this. The way that I understand it, it's like a guarantee for like the 3-year period. And then you might get 4 through 6 potentially. Yeah, it's like a loophole thing. Here, I'll send that to you right now. in his message, he puts, Microsoft throws you to the wolves, but the wolves will throw you a bone. So I want to get so shout out to Socks the Macro Wolf Dad. Appreciate the help. I went ahead and I did that all earlier today. I could have sworn I had something. If he gets old, does he become Crusty Socks? Stop. Don't say that. I might need to, like, BRB just real quick. Give me one moment. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, personal grooming thing that I needed to take care of that was bugging me. I won't bore you with the details. Okay, let's continue here. Hold on. Yeah, I already read this. When glorious autumn twilight reigns supreme across this realm, mortal and void sent must join hands in harmony and carouse to their heart's content. In doing so, all shall know unforgettable thrills and chills beyond comprehension. It's gonna be so funny when we spend more time in the void later on, because it's just like, all these motherfuckers are like if your only exposure to the concept of the void in FF14 was the fucking All Saints Wake quests, you might be out here thinking that it's like fucking Halloween Town or something. Like, you're gonna go there and you're gonna like meet Jack Skellington. This is, of course, provided that you haven't done the Crystal Tower raids or the Shadow of Mach raids. We're going to spend a lot of time in the Void later, though. The very funny lore is that Voidsent showed up and started haunting autumnal decorations because the veil is thin. Now, if the Voidsent have come out during Halloween are just, like, idiots. Give me the infinite spooks. Oh, they're so stupid. I love them. Our masquerade is proof of this desire. Listen well, and you too shall hear our guests cry out in splendor. Ah! Please make it stop! Oh, he's having a great time. Huh? Oh. Wah! I'm scared! I want my mummy! Oh no! Hey man, what fucking gives? Why, that's not splendorous at all. Please, you must believe me. We have no intention of affrighting our guests. At least, not like this. Everyone swore a solemn oath to entertain. How has it come to this? Oh. Oh, you needn't glare those daggers at me. I haven't the foggiest as to what has transpired. But perhaps you might use your skills of inquiry to our benefit. I am an agent of inquiry, it's true. I'm real good at that sort of thing. I beseech you, adventurer, survey the manor and discover what has brought our patrons such distress. Starting with the second floor, I shall remain here to oversee affairs. Don't explore the first floor, only the second. Once you have identified the cause of this chaos, you must inform me with all due haste. Should fell rumors begin to spread, I fear the Adventurers Guild's suspicions will soon follow. Okay. This lore about, by the way, we can feed off people's positive emotions is going to be super important in later Void stuff. 100%. You may now use mounts within the Haunted Man. Really? Or true? Do I have anything particularly appropriate? Also, if you did previous Halloween stuff, Impresario was really scared of you busting his chops again. Yo, these pumpkins gay as hell. In the Haunted Mansion, who can I mount? Hey, big fella. Silence! Silence, I say! You must go away. Where we go, chaos and devilry follow. Remain here, and in chaos you shall wallow. The performer is too absorbed in their mischief to listen to what you have to say. Should I slap the shit out of him? Nope. Okay. So, suitably appropriate tangent. I've been rewatching the Ghostbusters movies, and I finished Ghostbusters 2 today. I feel like... because of the original 2 films, Ghostbusters 2 is supposed to be the bad one, you know? But I did quite enjoy it. Like, I think that has a lot to do with, like... it's not that bad, first off. But also, like, comparatively, you know? With Afterlife being more of, like... I don't know how to explain it. Ghostbusters Afterlife is a weird one. Because it's just like the, what's the word I'm looking for? The Stranger Thingsening of Ghostbusters. The Stranger Thingsification. Her butt looks really good in these pants. I'm sorry. Excuse me, sir. You seem scared. Hungry puddings down the hall, armed zombie jesters down the stairs. They didn't tell me this masquerade would have me running for my life. Odd. Broom mount? Yeah. That is a cash shop item right now. It might be on sale, actually. I think... oh, man. That's a newer one, too. Might be. Let me get back on here so I can get it for my little pissy bun? Woo! He's gumpy. Fair enough. How did I put it before? Like, I think it was just like Ghostbusters 2016 is exactly what it sounds like. It's a Ghostbusters movie made as if like Ghostbusters was made in like the mid 2010s. Whereas like Ghostbusters Afterlife feels like a movie more about being a fan of Ghostbusters. I don't know. It's hard to describe. The broom is on sale? Hell yeah. Excuse me. Be walking so you can watch iGuild saunter. I'm on the fat cat right now. Hey, man. Give me an elixir. No elixir? Then no treats for you. The performer is too absorbed in their mischief to listen to what you have to say. You weren't earlier. I sure wasn't. Nor am I now. Hold on. There we go. It feels weird to call it RP walking when I'm playing on a controller, so I'm not even, like... Like, it's not even, like, a button I'm pushing. It's just, I'm gonna nudge the control stick. It's just walking. It's not even RP walking. It's just walking to me. Excuse me, miss. Have you seen any elixirs around here? That creature in the pot won't stop asking for one, but they cost more than my allowance can afford. Interesting. I don't know. A lot of, like, I think my feelings regarding Ghostbusters the Second probably has a lot more to do with nostalgia than anything. I wouldn't say, like, I was a huge Ghostbusters fan, but I definitely had some of the toys, I'm pretty sure. And I watched the cartoon a few times. I watched Extreme Ghostbusters, too. Here we go. Heh, next I could gouge out some eyeballs. Maybe even gobble up a few fresh organs while I'm at it. Bro. I'm gonna tell on it. I'm snitching. I don't give a fuck. Like, he's talking about eating people. I don't know. I'm rewatching all the Ghostbusters movies because I'm planning to stream the 2009, I guess. The 2009 Ghostbusters game, because that's really good. And I want to be able to, like, talk about it. I'm actually kind of looking forward to Afterlife a little bit. There's a lot in Afterlife that I remember kind of liking. At least until the point where they decide to bust out the CG Harold Ramis? To play Ghost Egon. You know, if they made that fucking movie today, they'd have, like, oh yeah, we used an AI program to recreate Harold Ramis' voice so that he can voice Egon, CG Egon again, or whatever. The intrepid adventurer returns. How fared the others? Ew. You know they would do it. Despite our newfound mission, we do still take great pleasure in mortals' fits of fright. I suspect they have forgotten themselves and prioritize their own enjoyment over that of our guests. I don't know. It's like... The movie feels, in part, kind of like a send-off to Harold Ramis. Ramis? Just kind of like it feels like it's intended as like a touching tribute to like the one member of the cast who like didn't make it. You know? Who didn't make it to the new movie. And like normally like I would find that touching. It is a little weird that they felt like they needed to completely recreate him in CG. Like, for God's sakes, Naked Gun turned Leslie Nielsen into an owl puppet. like a physical, they imply that there is an owl that is possessed by by the spirit of Frank Drebin, and it is way better than whatever the fuck they did in Ghostbusters Afterlife. I really liked the new Naked Gun, by the way. I don't know if you weren't here when I talked about it back when I saw it. I really liked the new Naked Gun. Despite our newfound mission, we do still take great pleasure in mortals' fits of fright. I suspect they have forgotten themselves and prioritized their own enjoyment over that of our guests. I do empathize with their plight, and they've yet to cause any lasting harm. Mayhap it would be best to indulge in this once and allow them their fun. I jest, of course. We cannot allow my brethren's antics to go unchecked, but if they will not listen to the reprimands of a kindly adventurer, I can hardly imagine they would heed mine. Should I beat the shit out of them? Heh, at an impasse, are we? Return to me, child, and I shall offer my aid. Is something amiss? It seems the impresario cannot hear the voice of the pumpkin-headed apparition, but you sense it would be wise to heed her advice and return to Gridania. Has that mortal mind of yours contrived any reasonable solutions? We cannot afford to let the rest of the troupe have their way for much longer. I dare say our patrons will soon reach their limits. For now, I shall continue to watch over matters here and consider our options. Sure thing, dog. Nice. Oh. Right, I'm like right here. Okay. Ma'am. You are returned. The children of the circus are a fascinating bunch, are they not? Their antics never fail to amuse me. But while their intentions are pure, we must calm those who have lost themselves in feats of fear. I believe I can conjure something that will do just that. I shall begin the preparations. For your part, I would ask you to procure a few necessary ingredients. I require All Saints cookies and a decorative pumpkin. The shady smock over yonder is like to have a few cookies to spare. As for the pumpkin, the Botanist's Guild possesses a pumpkin patch for our needs. Seek out the Great Loam Gourd Keep. He will be happy to oblige you. Aight. Da, da, da. Ma'am. Hee. Sorry, dearie. We're not selling at the moment. Here on behalf of the Pumpkinhead, you say? Well, if it's for her, I suppose I could make an exception. But you'd best keep it a secret from other guests. Ma'am, where are your pants? Hey, Yoshi P, where can I get that emote? Here you go. 1 bag of freshly baked All Saints cookies. Send the Pumpkinhead my regards, won't you? Sure. Yoshi P, where can I get that emote? Oh, it was from a previous PvP season. Fuck. Can you imagine, though? Sexy pose. I'm kind of excited to check out. I like the Ghostbusters movies. Like, on the whole, I like them more than I dislike them. I'm 100% a Ghostbusters 2016 fan. Like, I liked that movie, you know? You know how many people on Mateus would suddenly do PvP for that emote? All of them, probably. Look at Mateus. Think about how many people on Balmung would do it. I will say, I think my major issue with Ghostbusters 2016 is that it tries to make it too much of an origin story. You know? Hey, bro. Hey, my bromide. In need of a decorative pumpkin, are you? Well, you're in luck. I've got a plump and round one here, freshly carved, no less. We of the Botanist's Guild take great pride in our pumpkins, and are glad to share them with one and all. They make for sweet treats and charming decorations this time of year. I do hope you'll make good use of yours. Sure, man. Like, I think about the Ghostbusters 2016 makes a big show of like showing like the development of like the proton packs and various other like gadgetry and etc. etc. But like Ghostbusters 1984, they just kind of show up with the proton packs already made, you know? Like showing the process of them being created feels unnecessary. Like I guess on some level it would just kind of be like redoing the same thing again if they didn't do it that way, but it's kind of implied Egon just made the proton pack in his spare time, which is so much better lore. Chat blocker. Oh yeah, we got people making hard eyes at each other in chat. I nearly forgot. 1 second. Hey girl, hey! Have you gathered the ingredients? Yeah, dog. Excellent, excellent. These will make a most magnificent result. Make for a most magnificent result. Now I shall concoct a creation that will strike terror into the hearts of naughty children who have forgotten their purpose, and joy into the hearts of weeping mortals. Dressed to impresario. Ambulario. The pumpkin-headed apparition appears ready to put her plans into action. Now, let us put an end to the Continental Circus's cruel tricks, shall we? With the materials you have gathered, I shall prepare the solution we require. But all good things take time. I suggest you return to the manor and inform the impresario of our plan. All shall be made clear soon enough. I am told there is a situation occurring at our masquerade, but I have faith that you will solve it. Shall I guide you to the manor? Yeah, man. I will say, I mentioned this on Blue Sky. It is a little funny to consider that, like, both Ghostbusters 2, both Ghostbusters 2 and Ghostbusters Afterlife start with the setup that just like, oh yeah, Ghostbusters have disbanded and fell out of favor with the public because they were painted as frauds and tricks and like hucksters and everything. Ghostbusters. Yeah. Which feels weird to me. Because as I mentioned on Blue Sky, the first movie, the montage in the middle of that movie implies that they became worldwide phenomenons. Like, TV interviews, radio interviews, they're being mentioned on America's Top 40 with Casey Kasem. They're on magazine covers, and it's just like, everybody knew who the Ghostbusters were. You know? So it is a little weird that in the span of 5 years between 1984 and 1989, it's just like, oh yeah, they were frauds. Yeah, no, they were frauds. Don't even worry about it. They went out of business. Who cares? And then, years and years later, Ghostbusters Afterlife, like 25 to 30 years later, it's just like, oh, yeah, that is a fluffy cat. I'm sorry, I got distracted. It's just like 25 to 30 years later, it's just like, oh yeah, everyone forgot the Ghostbusters. They're viewed as being like frauds, and nobody cares about them anymore. No, the kids these days, and it's just like they were a worldwide, canonically in universe. They were a worldwide phenomenon. Like, come on. Like, on some level for Afterlife, I guess I understand it, because, like, I'm sure I don't know literally every, like, pop culture icon from the 1980s, you know? But like I said, I know who Milli Vanilli is. Like, I know their story. Honestly, like, big fraudsters, like, big, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Big, like, exposed hoaxes like that, those have a good chance of, like, sticking around. Like, I think, what did I say? Watch Mojo in the Ghostbusters universe has to have them on at least, like, a few, like, top 10s that they've made, right? Welcome back. I regret to report that circumstances remain unchanged here within the manor. Have you any new ideas to share? Bunny bunny banani banani banoy, bunny 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 banun. Concocted a creation, you say? Of what kind? Apologies for the wait. My master proudly presents a ghoulish gift for our dear impresario. Oh, he's got a little coat on! My word, this doll is the spitting image of me. That's adorable. I love this thing immediately. 'Tis no ordinary doll, I assure you. You may operate it by riding atop its head. And that's not all. Take control and you shall have a bevy of illusory spells at your disposal. These illusory spells are based on the materials our adventurer friend so kindly provided us. Delectable delights for the worthy, and a haunting trick for those undeserving of treats. I see. A solution to mollify both parties. Him's baby. Might I leave the operation of this magic doll to you, adventurer? In this mortal glamour, I doubt I'd be able to maneuver it as well as you. Leave it to me. Once you have shown them the error of their ways, order them to return to me, and I shall re-educate them on the parts they must play here. Our guests also deserve recompense for their prior treatment. I ask that you send them to me as well, that I might offer them sweets in apology. I cannot bear to end their All Saints' wake on a dour note. So your plans are made, yes? Then I shall return to my master. I wish you happy frightening and delighting. So this particular mount is actually based on a very similar, or a kind of recurring, like, mount structure. The Mandragoras. I have a few of them, as you can see. It's the best one of that mount structure. Well then, I suppose all that's left for you to do is operate this mechanical me. I suggest you begin by marching it right up to the second floor and calming the commotion above. And remember, my fellow performers should be convinced to return with the pumpkin's trick. Pumpkin's treat. I ask that you reserve the treats for our guests. We mustn't give them more undue fright. Should you find yourself separated from our pumpkin friend, simply return to me and you may hop on its head once more. Now then, off you go. Hello, 2B Pants. Everybody loves the 2B Pants. Let's go! Sup, fucker? Pumpkin's trick! No, no, no! Impresario, no, I've been good all this time. It's not what you think. I've done no crime. Oh dear, the impresario isn't happy with us. Then I'll hurry to him lest I cause further fuss. Blah. God, I love the emote. Gay-ass pumpkins. Sorry. Please do it again so we can watch Igeld flop around. I wonder if... Hold on. Damn. Okay. We probably can't do it because it's a quest item. Once we get the actual mount, we'll take a closer look at it. Pumpkin's treat. What? What more could you possibly... Magic candy? Was that your doing? They're offering cookies and candy as an apology, you say? Gods, I deserve a treat after all this. I'll be on my way then. But yeah, I do like the Ghostbusters films. Like, Afterlife would be a solid 7 out of 10 if it wasn't for CG Egon. Like, that kind of sours the whole experience for me. That's like the one thing about it that I remember, like, distinctly not really liking. Most of it, I think, is fine. This rewatch is going to be my first time seeing Frozen Empire, which I think I'm worried about, because I've heard it's not good. But I am kind of interested in it, because I know that, like, when conceiving, like, what that movie's plot was going to be, they were kind of taking inspiration from the sort of things that, like, they did with, like, the cartoon from the 80s. Pumpkin's trick! Oh no, the Impresario's magics! Gone already? Ah, no more magics for me. What? He summons us to the foyer? The foyer? Yes. Ha 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 ha, yes. Then to the Impresario I shall go. Pumpkin's treat. Is it raining candy? Oh, there it goes. They're giving away free treats? Hooray! Then I'll march right up to that Impresario and tell him to gimme candy. Yeah, that's how you do it. Pumpkin's trick! Ah, the hells was that for? Strange. It felt as though the Impresario was slapping me across the head, but it did not hurt. Has he conjured up some new illusion? You say he's summoning the whole troop to the front of the manor for a talking to. Now that you mention it, I have been a bit overzealous about frightening our clientele. I'll hurry back right away. Bro, I think you were talking about eating them? Hey, bro? Hey, my bromide? He needs a little snack. I dedicated myself too fiercely to my role and forgot the oath I made to the Impresario. How shameful of me. Dude, you were talking about eating them? Oh, the Impresario. Did he roil with rage? This bump on my head's going to last a whole age. Can you? You're like a goop, my man. Somebody's in that goop. Give me an elixir. And candy, too. Give me enough candy for everyone. I owe you a great debt, adventurer. With your aid, I was able to give these members of the troop a good scolding. While a few frights are necessary to amplify the delights we provide, we must never allow the former to overshadow the latter. It is our solemn duty to provide the small folk with a memorable All Saints' Wake experience. We felt the very same, Impresario. Even though the adventurers always came for us, even though we knew what it was like to be punished and scared in years past, we lost ourselves, striking fear to the hearts of those who didn't deserve it. Chaos is good for us, but not for them. We must bring smiles to their faces again. Here, here, less chaos, more treats and smiles. Then let's enjoy All Saints' Wake, hand in hand. Hand in goop. Okay. Dog, you need like some lotion or something. I don't know what's going on here. Is that like a skin condition? What is this? Indeed, and we shall do our part with a performance worthy of the season. Hand in goop, goop in. Why am I drippings with goo? Alright, my fellow thespians, it's time we greeted our guests with good cheer. Return to your places and give them all the masquerade they deserve. Uh-huh. With that settled, I believe I should be able to handle the troop from here on out. I cannot thank you enough for your assistance, adventurer. Oh, and before I forget, is the one who crafted that mechanical masterpiece an acquaintance of yours? If at all possible, I'd like to express my thanks to them as well. Bunny bunny banunny banunny banoy. A woman sporting a white pumpkin head. That sounds awfully like the legendary Great Gourd, who would command the Void-Sent forces on the Night of Devilry. Ah, but I jest. Legends are precisely that. Tall tales and no more. Allow me that joke, at least. Sure, man. In any event, you mentioned she awaited your return in Miketo's amphitheater, did you not? Pray allow me to join you. I should very much like to meet this pumpkin-headed acquaintance of yours. Okay. About to fucking blow his gourd. Blow his goop. Heh, 'tis a pleasure to finally meet the famed impresario. So this is the one you spoke of. She does exude a legendary sort of aura. If you were to tell me she was the Great Gourd, I'd certainly believe it. But of course, that's simply not possible. Heh. All's well that ends well, I see. Was my clockwork creation of assistance? Indeed it was. My brethren have remembered their duty to entertain, and I dare say our guest shall be all the merrier for it. Ha ha ha, that's not Satan from the Bible. Humps and Lorv. Ha ha ha, of course I'm not Satan from the Bible. Hold on, I gotta stretch my neck real quick. I have been having aches and pains all day, let me tell you, but I've been very brave about it. That is well. I trust you will continue to give this city's mortal residents an exhilarating All Saints' Wake experience. Trust me, it's lots of fun in the manor. Let's all go. You're sure those scary monsters won't eat me up? They might give you a bit of a fright, but it's all in good fun. They're giving away lots of treats, too. Okay. Well, if you say so. But you have to promise you'll stay with us the whole time. Of course. I wouldn't leave you two behind. Come on then, let's go. Yes, all is well. Those children's smiles are proof of it. Well, smile. I don't think the others were smiling yet. How strange. I feel as though I'm truly enjoying All Saints' Wake for the first time. It's rather refreshing, actually. Smile. I shall continue to put forth my best effort, that the Continental Circus's name might be known in every corner of the realm. But, for the present, my duties call me to the manor. That thing fucking move. Thus do I ask of you, adventurer, to spread the word of our deeds, and speak of us fondly in your travels. That clockwork creature you possess is a reflection of myself, and of my troop as well. Use it with pride, and perhaps others will want to know more of us in so doing. A sound plan. Yours is the face of the Continental Circus, after all. Leave it to me! Okay. One day, perhaps tales of my troop will overshadow even those of the Great Gourd. But until then, I shall continue my work, to convey to the realm all that the Wake can offer. Now then, 'tis time I returned. As you well know, I cannot leave those scoundrels without their ringleader for too long. We shall be performing at the manor for the remainder of the season. Should you wish to join in our festivities, you are welcome to visit us as often as you please. In that case, I too shall open my haunted home to you, adventurer. Join me in my gardens, if you dare. Simply speak with my servant, and he shall guide you to my abode. You may entertain yourself there for as long as you wish. The season of devilry and revelry lingers yet, and we shall thrive upon it. May you carouse to your heart's content this All Saints' wake. You should check out the manor. I should. Seasonal event quest complete. I want his little orange bow. You now have access to Sneaky Hollow. Speak with the unusual usher at Miketo's amphitheater to be escorted to the costume party. Furthermore, the Shady Smock and her associates are now open for business. Cool. Fucking sick. The Void is back in town. I love that. This automaton, designed in the likeness of the impresario, stands ready to bear you forth in the delightfully fiendish spirit of All Saints' Wake. Designed in the fiendish likeness of the impresario, the leader of the Continental Circus, this automaton incorporates an enchantment which allows it to weave festive glamours. Its head also produces a satisfyingly sonorous bonk when struck, for a more mundane sort of amusement. Hello there, Pumpkin. Enjoying the festivities, I hope. Continental Circus publicist. I like to think that you hit its head and it sounds like a dodgeball. Hello, Anagenda. It's fun that the seasonal events are super short and then your reward is, here's a neat area you can take screenshots. Yeah. Damn, this place empty. Hey, man. A warm welcome to you, adventurer. We of the Continental Circus are pleased to present you with a rousing All Saints masquerade you'll not soon forget. Oh. I see. Find the cannibal? Well, hold on. Let's see. Oh, this is new. This is a new UI. Oh, do they let you turn into Meteor Walker? You can be Runo. You can just turn into John Final Fantasy. I love that, actually. Oh, they added a bunch of new folks. I love that. Alright, yay! Funny kitty, eat a pizza. Alright. Scylla wants me to find the cannibal, so let's go find the cannibal. He's not technically a cannibal, realistically speaking. Samurai pizza cat? No, she wields an axe, so it's more of a warrior pizza cat. She's a warrior cat! Yeah. He does not seem to be here. Mysterious. Where could he be? You will find... You'll find the transformation wore off. But he's out eating guts. Probably is. Hold on, let me just, Look, Lamont taking a selfie is really funny. Also, there's a mod that trims her fingernails. I'm glad, because I felt really bad for her every time she clenched her fists in MSQ. But only 2 of them! That's so good. For real, though, every time she clenched her fists in MSQ, I'm just like, girl, your nails. Girl, you are drawing blood. Oh. She's a natural. Hold on. Perfect. Go ahead and just screenshot that. Torture Dance Energy. This is the Manderville Mambo. Alright. We're still looking around. Oh hey, there's the pudding. The pudding. The pud. You have a gift for Zilla? Doesn't bite, does it? Wow, just like a real pudding. Hey. Bro. What is your gift for Zilla? Hold on. I'm being sent something. Ah. Oh, okay. Let me just let's zoom in here. Hold on, turn around. There we go. You get to meet her in the Endwalker patches. Zero. Do some pose changes. Ooh. That's a nice one. Man, I love Wook Lamont so goddamn much. Fortunately, generic hero poses do not suit her. Whoa. Bleh. Excuse me. Alright. We got things to do, places to be. We gotta leave. Oh no. Oh, let me just fuck. Shit. I gotta, how do I turn it off? And then there's my fave. Hell yeah. Oh, someone's knocking at my door. What's that? Oh, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna be right back, folks, and then once we're back, I will be moving on to the next thing that we're working on today. One moment. Just kidding. Hello! Sorry about that. Natalie needed help at something, so I had to... Anyway. Hold on. Let me just, one second. Wait. I just got it. Okay. So I need y'all to remind me to log on to Natalie's account after this so I can make sure that I run the event for her so she can get the mount too. Ah. Alright, I gotta get resituated here. Sorry, one second. Also, big news. There's an iTunes update. Anyways. Okay. So we have stuff to do now. I gotta unhook my fucking shit. Alright, so. It's time for some side quests. So like I said, the first thing that we're going to be doing as part of this little intermission between major Shadowbringers content is we're going to do the first role master quest. So, the role quests were, of course, all about learning about the former Warriors of Light of the First. Their adventures, their loves, their losses, and just kind of learning about like the cat girl, Renda Ray, the Galgant Brandon, the elf Niallbert, and the dwarf Lammet. But you may have noticed, potentially, that there was an additional member of Ardbert's troupe that did not seem to show up at all as any sort of sin eater. The furtive pygmy oft forgot. And, I mean, that's kind of odd, isn't it? Like, with oh, that's just kind of its own thing, huh? That's nice. Excuse me. With the Warriors of Light being such major characters within the lore of the First, Why does there seem to be a single individual that appears to have been left out? Why is there what would appear to be a missing Sin-Eater? The cardinal virtues are no more. For you and the bounty hunters, the wandering stairs successfully laid them to rest. After imploring you to share the details of your adventures, Glynnard proposes calling together the patrons and celebrating your grand accomplishments. However, the libations will have to wait, for Sayella would reward your labors with a singular tale, that of the true villain responsible for so much of the realm's misery, who yet lingers in this world. I should probably change into appropriate clothing. Alright. Shadow, walk with me. Where the fuck is this? Here we go. Okay, bye, Delina. Nyom. I probably just... Hi, Gwynod. Oh, let's talk to our buddies real quick first. The ones who are here anyway. I think oh god, why do I forget his name? He's like my favorite dude. Don't tell me. No, not Tank Boy. Oh god, what's his name? No, the fucking... Lou Reek! Lou Reek! Lou Reek isn't here. Lou Reek is, over in, outside Yulmore. Lally ho, my friend! Good on you for taking down the bastard what was posing... Oh. Can't do that yet. Well, if it isn't the Great Hunter herself. Aw. As if you don't know, all four of the cardinal virtues laid low, all with your help. You're the talk of the stairs, Eigeld. When the night returned to Lakeland, we knew in our hearts that change was on the horizon, but never did I dare hope that you might help rid us of those terrible fiends. You've surpassed my wildest expectations. Ah, not mine, Glynnard. Aye, when I first laid eyes on her, I had an inkling that she was the hero we'd been waiting to come along. Smile. Ha! Easy to claim after the fact. If you'd indulge me, though, I would love to hear you tell how it all played out. The hunting of the virtues, that is. Smile. Uh-huh. Bunny bunny banani banani banoy bunny 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 banani bun bunny badun da bun da bunny bun bunny ba bunny ba bunny bunny bun. Thank you, nameless barmaid. Her name is Sayella. Come on. My word, there's so much more to it than I realized. And there, I'd thought you'd only had to track down the bloody things. Gods, though, the things you'd learned about the Warriors of Light. So many secrets and details lost over time. And for all their hard work and sacrifice, they somehow brought about the flood? Can't say I understand it all. But it's a bloody tragedy it is. We should gather the others and toast their memories. Heroes of Eld, brave and true, to be remembered forevermore. Bro, is it Ash Wednesday? No! Bro is celebrating Lent. Now, I thank you not to let your bleeding heart drive you to offer up a fortnight's stock of our spirits. Attend to your other customers and let me speak with the hero of here and now. Whatever would I do without your good sense and wisdom? Very well, I'll leave you to entertain her. But don't think we won't be having that drink someday. Bye. Uh-huh. Hi, Gale. I must thank you for sharing with us such incredible tales. It is only right that I repay you in kind. Aww. Smile. With the ending, that is. With the story of the true villain who towers above the virtues. The devil more deserving of death than any that yet lingers in this world. If your curiosity has been piqued, then meet with me atop the balcony overlooking the crystalline mean. I'll be waiting there until you do. Okay. Weird, but alright. It's actually a little bit interesting the way that this kind of like sets up what we're going to learn, because there's a lot of stuff in Shadowbringers that is like almost direct references to some of the stuff from 1.0, and especially like the cinematic trailers for 1.0 and Realm Reborn, which I'll get to in a little bit once we've done this quest. Hi, Sayella. Sayella is a very pretty elf, by the way. You came, as I knew you would. Never met a mystery you couldn't leave well enough alone, or a demon that you could let live, am I right? And this demon is undeniably deserving of death. Make no mistake. To cut them down would be just and proper. The act of a goodly person. And that is just what you are. I can see that. Hawa? No need to grow impatient or be offended, my friend. But before you pass judgment on this villain, you need first understand their part in everything. Who they were to the fallen warriors of light, for instance. Of course, right about now, you must be wondering how I know what I know. What a tavern wench, of all people, has got to do with any of this? Let me tell you then. I am the one who brought together the Virtue Hunters. I am the one who marked you as a potential ally to them and bade you join them in their quests. I alone knew what had to be done, and what sort of sinner would be needed to see this tale of tragedy and betrayal brought to an end. But come, we have many malms ahead of us still. To Kalusia and the Codger's Crook. I will go on ahead and wait for you there. Okay. Now that's going to be the closest. Right. Bill type. Probably right. Hi, Sayella. It's a really cute outfit. You like doing anything after this? You are accustomed to life on the road, I see. As am I. Do you recognize this place? I thought you might. Here's where it began, where Ardbert first met Lamet. Still young and lacking in experience, but possessed of so much potential. Heroes in the making, even then the keen-eyed could see. They would only fulfill that promise much later, though, after joining with their other dear companions, Brandon and Renda Ray. Hey Sayella, what's with the cinematic camera shots? Don't worry about it. And one other, an elven woman, not half bad with a sword. But perhaps you are already asking the question, who? There were 5 warriors of light in all, but she would make 6. Indeed, after adding in Nilebert, there does seem to be one too many. But believe me when I say there was indeed a 6th adventurer lost to history, and her name was Silva. She was the Green Ranger. Though I doubt I need convince you of this truth, when you walked in the Virtue's memories, you saw her time and time again, did you not? No, look at her hair. She was the White Ranger. Then you saw the true villain, the traitor responsible for all their woes. Let us continue the story elsewhere, to Amarang in the Fields of Amber. Aye. Don't know why you gotta be so mysterious about this, but, you know, I'll play along. Weird trivia, but okay. Oop. Too high up. Hey girl, hey, how you doing? You saw the true villain's face in their memories, and I told you her name in Kalusia. But what were her crimes, you ask? Hearken to my tale, and you will learn. Silva had joined the others before they first met Nilebert. After their party of 5 came to this place, they took on a commission to slay a powerful beast that had taken up residence in the mines. Said beast was believed to be the instigator of ever more terrible tremors, and so time was of the essence, but during their hurried search, they crossed paths with their future companion, then a competitor aiming to usurp their prize. The Mines of Moria. After another tremor triggered by the beast trapped them all underground, they had no choice but to work together to lay it low. But to their dismay, even after its death, the earth continued to shudder violently. As the adventurers looked to each other in confusion, Nilebert strode towards the beast's body and grabbed hold of a curious stone, a stone brimming with untold ether, that he had sought out that he might harness its potential to rescue a loved one lost to the rift. But so powerful was the stone that it warped the flow of the life stream. Its very existence was a threat, and so, when faced with the choice between one life and countless others, Nilebert wept and shattered the stone. He had held his comrade's salvation in his hand and cast it aside for the greater good. For his sacrifice, he was judged a hero, and in that instant, a warrior of light was born. In life, Nilebert was a pragmatic figure, whose wisdom and sagacity were admired by all. Little wonder that in death he would retain his virtue. Smile. But as Nilebert mourned the friend he forever lost, the betrayer Silva looked on in silent contentment, for they had taken the first step on their path towards becoming heroes, brave and true. His sacrifice had sparked the transformation. 'Twas fuel for the ritual to come. Smile. What ritual, you may wonder? Fear not, all will become clear in time. I wish all would become clear right now. Come with me to Raktika, to the City of Swamps. We must retrace the steps as they were taken to understand the depth of her treachery. Okay. Very weird. Whee! Again, weird trivia, but not a crime. Yahi! Lahi! Can I get Lahi in chat? We need at least one before I can continue. Hey girl, hey, how you doing? This place too is familiar to you, no? From days recent and long since past. True. After the events in Almarang, Ardburden's companions grew in fame, spurring others to entreat their aid. The adventurers sought out greater and greater challenges, and in pursuit of another, they came to Raktika. While here, the hunter Renderay learned that the notorious mark Balam Keats was near, and so, under cover of darkness, she slipped away from the others to slay the beast by herself. Like Nilebert before, of course, you already know what her motive was. Balam Keats had robbed her of her fellow hunters. Only vengeance would redress the balance. Moreover, she would not dare risk the lives of her new comrades. So terrified was she of the mere possibility that she might have to relive that terrible day. And so, she faced Balam Keats alone, and would have surely died for it, had Ardbert and the others not arrived in time to help. I've got, like, a sore on my lip from where I bit it really hard recently, and anytime that happens, this weird thing happens where my lips are simultaneously, like, dry, but also, like, already, like, weirdly wet. It's, like, I feel like I'm salivating a lot because of the sore. But, like, my lips get really dry at the same time. I don't know how it works. But I hate it. And I wish it would go away. Like Nilebert before, of course, you already know what happened next. For her love, her conviction, and her resolve was she chosen by Hydaelyn. And from that day forward, Renderay swore never again to betray her comrades' trust, to share with them the triumphs and the tragedies, to relinquish the freedom she had once held in the highest. The bravest, most courageous hunter that ever was. That moment would define what she became in life and in death. Oh. Smile. Her sacrifice would hasten the transformation. 'Twas fuel for the ritual to come. The betrayer Silva looked on, yet more satisfied. They were oblivious to her machinations, unaware that they were dancing to her tune. Their journeys continued, and so must ours, to Ilmeg in Ligaya. Ligaya? Ligaya? Lahigaya? Lahi! So, like, are you winning trivia night, or... Lahi! We gotta go to Wokeldorf. It's not what it's called. Lahi? Damn, it raining. Verbertenberg. Hey girl, hey, it's wet. Damn. It looks kind of pretty with the rain and like the light dispersed amongst the fog and the mist. Check it out. I'm in the house like wet. As beautiful now as it was then. You saw it too. Would you not agree? I mean, I guess. With the death of Balam Keats, the legend of Ardbert and his comrades had grown larger than ever. Thus emboldened, they came to the kingdom of Verbert. Verbert had long been troubled by what some had dubbed a magical plague, innocents found transformed into misshapen fiends that the kingdom's knights had no choice but to put down ere the contagion spread. Brandon had been one such knight. In his youth, he had served the Princess Saldia faithfully, only to be cast out for a single mistake. Thus did he take to the road where he met Ardbert and the others. Having grown stronger and wiser and more respected, Brandon felt it was time to return and redeem himself, and with the aid of his comrades, he did just that. Tadric, the court mage, was unmasked as the mastermind of Verbert's misery, and by a disgraced knight's blade was he brought to justice. But with his dying breath, Tadric cursed the Princess Saldia, sentencing her to a fate worse than death. At her behest did he raise up his blade, and for the sake of the kingdom, strike down his liege lady. With that single stroke he forever changed, though nearly not in the way that was necessary. He stood at the precipice and almost forsook his compassion for unflinching judgment, but mercifully turned aside at the last. Thus did he find and embrace true justice, that which weighs law and heart together and strives for the greater good. 'Tis a long, difficult road from which many stray, settling for simpler moralities. But I would expect no less of the man who became Dicaiosine. His sacrifice would strengthen the transformation. 'Twas fuel for the ritual to come. As her companions grew ever more powerful, so too did the betrayer Silva. Bit by bit, they brought her closer to her goal. But it was not yet finished. To Kalusia they returned, and so must we. Tomra and the next chapter of our tale await. A bow. See you later, fucker. That's my line. It's still wet. Ew. Hey girl, hey, it's short. Is it short out here, or is it just me? Because we're in the dwarf village. Slowly but surely, the adventurers were fulfilling their potential. Word of their deeds in Verbert spread like wildfire, and their legend grew ever larger. But for all their success, the fledgling heroes would be forced to endure more hardship and welcome more sacrifice. They pressed deeper into the depths of Raktika, towards ancient Ronka. 'Twas there that the dwarf Lamet came to a crossroads, for in claiming the magic she desperately desired, she would be forced to renounce something equally precious. Dwarves are a reclusive lot, wont to withdraw from the outside world, that their many traditions might be preserved in isolation. When the stone blight began to spread, they chose to lock away the afflicted and refuse to seek outside help. But Lamet would not abide this. She vowed to save her ailing kin, her sister among them, even if it meant violating dwarven law. With her newfound power, she returned and cured the sick, and for this, she was banished by the Council of Elders. This came as no surprise, for she had made her peace with it long before. When she stood in that ancient ruin and called upon forgotten guardians to grant her forbidden knowledge, she knew then what the price would be. She had weighed her traditions and identity against the lives of those she loved and made her choice, though it pained her terribly, and in ways only a dwarf could understand. And Hydaelyn, it would seem. Through hardship and sacrifice was a new warrior of light forged, a healer that knew more than any the value of life. It would do anything to see it preserved, even in death. Her sacrifice would nearly complete the transformation. 'Twas fuel for the ritual to come. Very soon, then. Very soon. For Ardbert and his comrades had stumbled upon evidence of the larger design, threads linking together the disparate troubles of the realm, a name spoken only in whispers: the Shadowkeeper, a singular force sowing chaos and discord throughout Norvrent to an unknown end. If the Warriors of Light truly wished to save their world, they would need to confront this villain amongst villains. And at the end of their exhaustive search, at the end of their struggle, who do you think they found waiting to welcome them with open arms? The answer to that awaits us in Lakeland, our final destination. The villain yet walks among us, Igeld, unknown and unpunished. Go on ahead and wait for me at Laxon Loft. There are preparations to which I must first attend. Kono Dioda! The Shadowkeeper walks amongst us, you guys. Can you believe it? Fucked up if true. I gotta get that mount. I'm gonna be real. Did you say Among Us? No. Ah, here we go. Where you at, Shadowkeeper? Yo, where's Shadowkeeper at? Oh, hey, girl. Hey. Cool armor. Oh! Mieko! Damn you, Silva! We were comrades in arms! Friends! That we were, that we are. Everything I said, everything I felt, it was all true. You mean the world to me. You're the bloody Shadowkeeper! What in the hells was this for? For you, for every one of you, to forge you into the heroes worthy of her blessing, that she might choose you as her champions. A ruthless mage consumed by the pursuit of power to save his friend no matter the cost. By his sacrifice, a warrior born. A mournful hunter scarred by tragedy resolved never again to trust in others. By her sacrifice, a warrior born. A disgraced knight who yearned to steal his heart in justice's name. By his sacrifice, a warrior born. A troubled healer torn between tradition and love. By her sacrifice, a warrior born. Sorry, I don't have an animation for pointing the sword at a downward angle. And their leader, an adventurer with a heart overflowing with love for his dearest comrades, who must now bring his axe to bear against his own. By his sacrifice, a warrior born. I am the villain you seek, the keeper of shadows from a world shrouded in dark. By our struggle will this world be shattered and its souls saved. Silva! And then she turned into a big dog. Okay, I'm gonna put this away. This sword's really heavy. It was a really cool dog. True. Saw it all, did you? I thought you might. Mother's gift has a knack for showing us exactly what we need to see, if not what we want to or when. They knew me as Silva, but my real name, it doesn't matter. Like you, I am not of this world. I crossed the rift and came to the first. My home, the 13th, fell to dark in a calamity that mirrored the one which nearly claimed this world. I was one of several heroes who failed to save it. This will be important information for later. Ah. The boy, Unukalai, I have glimpsed him in your memories. He was a friend. Like him, I heeded the words of the Asians, and that I might redress the balance, I chose to come here and hasten a rejoining of worlds. This will be very important in an expansion and a half. A shard subsumed by dark demands a mirror of blinding light. Primordial forces will strive to achieve equilibrium. But there was a solution. A single solution, I believed. Were a flood of light to consume the shard in its entirety, it would be of no use. The Asians made it clear it must be brought to the brink, but no further. The task was difficult, but the plan simple. Souls predisposed to light, fledgling heroes in the making. I would bring together Ardbert and his comrades and groom them for a higher purpose. I would play the part of a comrade and guide their course, all while laboring in secret to pit stronger and stronger enemies against them, until finally, once they were warriors of light, brave and true, I would reveal myself as a warrior of darkness and extinguish their radiance forever. Thus would this world be primed for a rejoining, and the source for a calamity. And then I had to put on the shitty A Realm Reborn harness model. The Asians, who called themselves Metron and Logrief, were confident it would succeed. Those will be important for later. And indeed, Ardbert and the others rose to the occasion, as I knew they would. It was not to be. I had misjudged Ardbert. His comrades before him had made their sacrifices in turn, and as their mirror, I had grown stronger for it. Had he but embraced his role and struck me down, victory would have been mine. Do you think those will be important, truly? Yes. But Ardbert, dear Ardbert, would not forsake his heart. In the end, he chose mercy. He chose love, and I was undone. The rest you know. He sought out Metron and Logrief, and granted them what he refused me. They accomplished everything they set out to achieve, and then the flood came and washed it away. In the wake of my betrayal, I would look on from the shadows and reflect on my many sins as all fell to ruin. Denied death, then and now, and perhaps ever after, as a fragment of my essence endures. But then, one day years ago, my fallen comrades rose again as the cardinal virtues. Ardbert posthumously continuing his bestest boy title. It coincided with the arrival of the first scions, I later realized. A defense against the forces being marshaled to undo my failure. I can but assume the Asians planted the idea in Vothri's head. They were his creations, after all, and with their graves in Yulmoran territory, it was doubtless a simple matter to have their bodies exhumed and prepared. Who am I to speak, you may think when I say this, but when I saw those abominations he had wrought in their image, I was filled with such despair, such anger. This will also be important later. I cannot unwrite the past. My soul is stained with blackest sin, and I will not pretend that it can ever be otherwise, but this act, this I could not ignore. If the Asians were going to such lengths, then surely others would cross the rift in due time, and so I hatched a plan. I would assume the guise of Sayela, and as her take up residence in the Crystarium, where I would take measures to bring together the most ambitious of adventurers, individuals driven by more than mere coin, virtue hunters. That way, when the enemy the Asians feared more than any came to the first, the stage would be set. They would join in the hunters' quests, and together unmake Vothri's simulacra and lay their souls to rest once more. And so you did, Aigeld. The virtues are no more, but the one ultimately responsible for their creation, the devil who set them on their doomed path, lingers still. You know all there is to know of the heroes who saved this world. The truth I kept hidden in the shadows is yours, and there are no more secrets to share. And so I ask you now to grant me that which Ardbert could not. Death. Wait, but didn't Sarek literally just do the hunt for money? Don't worry about it. You still have a duty to others. No. Don't do this. Don't you spare me like he did. How can you stand there and say I deserve to live? Knowing everything I did, the lives I destroyed, the chaos I wrought, the Wardens pale in comparison. Surely there is no greater villain than the Shadowkeeper. Which is why you must live to atone for your deeds. I should have expected a hero would say something like that. How does one even seek atonement? 'Tis an undiscovered country with no charts or stars to guide. How will I even know when I find it? Perhaps I may yet find purpose in preserving my comrades' legacy, and helping others to understand the sacrifices that made them true heroes. For now, I shall return to the Crystarium and continue to assist Glennard, while spreading the forgotten tales of the Warriors of Light. You would have been good friends, you and Ardbert, in another life. Girl, you don't even know. Maybe you and I as well. You would have been good friends. Bet. So real quick. So if you've been paying attention thus far, Ardbert, as well as the other Warriors of Light from the first, are all modeled on the Warriors of Light from the original Realm Reborn trailer. Who, in addition, are just... oh, God, excuse me. Are just more experienced versions of the primary adventurers from the 1.0 trailer. Now, Ciela, or Silva, whatever you want to call her, she might seem like an odd addition as their 6th Ranger. However, if you go back and watch the 1.0 trailer, you will notice that there is a tan-skinned, white-haired elf, or Elizin, I suppose, amongst the adventurers that are aiding 1.0 Meteor Walker. Little fun fact for you. So that's where Silva comes from. In addition to the Warriors of Light of the first being basically just kind of like transposed from the original Realm Reborn trailer, Silva is from all the way back in 1.0. Hey, by the way, you know anybody named, like, fuck, what's his name? Starts with a G? Nah. Don't know anybody whose name starts with a G. I love that the Warriors are the same as the ARR trailer is such a good twist that it happens twice in the game. With the same Warriors. Yeah. It's good shit. And the Shadowbringers trailer also, I don't know if I mentioned this back when we watched it. The Shadowbringers trailer, the interesting thing about it is that it also references 1.0. Because if you watch the Shadowbringers trailer, Meteor Walker in the Shadowbringers trailer goes through all of his classes that he's had in the trailers for previous expansions. So he uses Monk and Samurai from the Stormblood trailer. He uses Dragoon from the Heavensward trailer. He uses Warrior from the Realm Reborn trailer, but he starts in low-level archer gear, which is what he was in the 1.0 trailer. And then a gremlin calls him a slur. No, he doesn't do that. He does shit talk him to his face. This game is so smart sometimes. Sometimes. Other times it can be dumb, but we love it. We love when it's dumb. I love when it's dumb. When a gremlin calls him a slur, and then Emmett Selk quotes the gremlin. Realistically speaking, the gremlin was probably quoting Emmett Selk. Because gremlins just do that. Cielo! I tell you, I am not at all accustomed to wearing armor any longer. Simply moving about in it is enough to tax my strength. And fighting? Ugh, any one of Captain Lena's recruits could probably put me flat on my back. Yeah, that bit earlier about me being like, okay, let me put this sword away, it's actually really heavy. That's just canon. Ciela was not going out there with the expectation that she was going to survive a fight against you. You think Grandpa was like, okay, listen here, you little fuzzball, you're going to wait for him to look really tired and say this. Oh, absolutely. Listen, fucking Emmett Selk is nothing if not a theatrical petty bitch, okay? Fortunately, I needn't rely on my sword to spread the truth of my fallen comrades' deeds. Only words and the passage of time will see their legacy redeemed in the eyes of the people. Thank you for accompanying me on my journey of remembrance, Eigeld. May your deeds ever be remembered and celebrated, as all heroes deserve. Thanks, Ciela. You have another quest for me, but we're not going to do it. Because that's actually going to need to be something that we do after we finish Shadowbringers Part 3. You won't understand this, but it will make someone point at the screen in like 80 hours. Oh! Don't look at that! Pay no attention to the ageless child behind the curtain. Here we go. Tales from the Shadows. After learning about what became of Minfilia in the first, Flamine often found herself reminiscing on their time spent together, and it was during one such moment of remembrance that a missive arrived from Ul'dah. She is to meet with an old acquaintance on the steps of Thal, and can think of no one better than the Warrior of Light to accompany her. Let's go talk to Flamine! Oh, you mean the bedsheet ghost. So, as a reminder of Flamine and Minfilia's relationship, so Flamine used to be a terrorist. That's maybe exaggerating a little bit, but she was out here doing some shit, and she may she may have done a bit of mischief and let loose a rampaging Gubu in the middle of a parade in Ul'dah, and it may have killed Minfilia's dad, and she may have felt really bad about that, so much so that she may have taken in Minfilia as essentially an adoptive daughter. And she may be in her mid to late 30s and acting like a grandma, which may be a little weird. Where is she? Is she over here? Yeah, she's over here. Fuck, I forgot she's like 32. I think she's 37 is what it is. But it's so weird. Like, look at her. She's so Gma coded. Oh, my bones. One final journey. Flamine appears lost in her memories. Oh, Aigeld, forgive me. I did not see you there. Ever since you spoke to me of your last moments with Minfilia, I find myself often thinking of the moments I shared with her. And it was during one such moment of remembrance that a missive arrived from an acquaintance Ul'dah. I don't think we've actually talked to her about this yet, now that I'm thinking about it. But it's fine. That'll happen once we're done with Eden. Pretend it's already happened, because I need something to fill out this stream with. Even now, I can scarcely believe the letter's contents, written as if an answer to my heart's lamentations. Such fortuitous timing is nothing short of a miracle. No less than your arrival here this day, I should think. I am about to depart for the Sultanate to meet with my acquaintance, you see, and I cannot think of a better companion for this journey than you. Will you not indulge me with your company? I would not begrudge your absence, but if you are so inclined, it would mean more to me than you know. How could I refuse? Flamine, how could I refuse somebody so MILF-coded? You are too kind, my friend. We are to meet on the steps of Thal, in front of Eshtame's Aesthetics. Pray, go ahead. I will be along shortly. You needn't wait for me. Pray set out when you are ready, and meet me in front of Eshtame's Aesthetics, on the steps of Thal. Sure thing, girl. She's older than me by a year. Almost a year, give or take a few months. Meanwhile, I'm over here like heem. I'm 35. Wait, where am I going? I am going to be 36 in like a month and a half. Less than that, actually. My birthday coming up. Two months for me-ish. Bleh, excuse me. Pardon? I like that all of the major city-states are like done up with All Saints Wake decorations. Hey girl, hey, how you doing? I hope I have not kept you waiting over long. Uh-huh. You have. Flamine, thanks for coming on such short notice. Ah, potatoes. And I can't say we were expecting you at all, Aigeld. Though I suppose you do have a knack for assisting in matters of the dearly departed. So, is it true, my friends? Did you find it? To start from the beginning, the Concern was contracted to work on the waterways below Ul'dah. I absolutely don't remember this quest at all. Really? Naturally, this included reconstruction of the Sildi aqueducts. The place Minfilia and the others fled after the ill-fated banquet. A shark-themed Borf Day is in order. I do not know who these potatoes are. I forget. They're from something. I think they're from, like, a dungeon side quest, maybe? I gotta stretch. Hold on. Ugh. Man, I'm getting sleepy. I'm getting tired. Remember the banquet? Do you guys remember the banquet? God, it feels like the banquet was forever ago. Aye, and while we were cleaning out the tunnel, a glint amidst the debris caught our attention. Cat's eye. At first we wondered how it got to be there of all places, but then we remembered the stone Minfilia gave you all those years ago. Very enthusiastic. Gimme. That and a Gather Crafter quest? There's no mistake about it. This is the self-same stone. Did you know Minfilia used to be a miner? She also used to mine for stuff. Wait, is that the Lalafell who can't dress himself? I don't remember. The very first stone she ever unearthed, and in those halcyon days when she was still called Esilia. She was beaming with pride when she presented it to me. It was a gift I would treasure for years to come. I mean, yeah, she doesn't look any older than 15 in that shot. Until the day came when she needed it more than I. She seemed so lost that day in the waking sands. I knew that the cat's eye would remind her of how far she had already come, and instill her with a little more courage to take the next step. To think she wore it all this time. When we searched the waterways shortly after the collapse, we didn't find a trace of the Scions. No belongings or anything. Curious that it would appear after all this time. With the stone in hand, Minfilia pressed onward in her quest for true peace. Never once did she look back. And though she is gone, her legacy lives on, in you, Aigeld, and the Scions, and in the child Reen. Safe in the knowledge that others continue to walk her path, she has sent this stone back to me. This I choose to believe. She has earned her rest. Oh, fuck. Hold on. She has earned her rest. I shall bury this stone that she might have peace in the hereafter. Where are you thinking? Next to where her father rests. Her father, whose death I was partially responsible for. Indeed, there's no better place than with your loved ones. Well, you're doubtless keen to see to that, so we won't keep you any longer. We'll find a moment to go and pay respects ourselves afterwards. Till next time, take care. Thank you, both of you. Warburton was interred here in Ul'dah at Eralig's burial chamber, but around the time of the Scion's founding, he was moved to the Church of Saitadama, Landama, under the care of Father Iliad. Come, Aigeld, let us seek out the father and request his permission to bury the stone. Okay. Oh. We gotta hit up the camp for some dry bone. Na 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 da 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 da. Hold on. Which one is it? It's one of these, isn't it? Oh, yeah, I think it's... Is it this one over here? Might be. Maybe. I don't remember. That's where Delina worked for a couple years. Yo, is that guy dead? Though I'm not qualified to assist with the rites, I offer what assistance I can to the priests. Sometimes I wonder if I'm just getting in the way, though. Why you guys got just a dead body just on the ground? Ever has man sought to better his life, all too often at the expense of his brother. That desire and hope can beget suffering, and death is a regrettable yet undeniable truth. For God's sakes, do something with him. He's just laying there. Bro. Ah, there you are. I was just telling Father Iliad about Minfilia and the cat's eye. Hold on, where are we at? 240. Okay. You crunching numbers? Yeah. I'm crunching something. Oh. Nope, wrong one. That was my pants. There we go. Welcome, my child, welcome. Flamine has explained to me the purpose of your visit, and I see no reason to refuse you. Minfilia would wish to rest with her father. I have known her since she was but a child, full of hope and wonder, an aspiring young miner following in Flamine's footsteps. A dutiful student, to be sure, nary a day passed that she did not set out into the wilderness with a pickaxe in hand, but fate would see her set aside the miner's tools and instead don a mantle of far greater responsibility. She was as passionate then as she was in her childhood, a fire in her eyes that refused to be extinguished. It was that flame that compelled me to lend the scions my support, without a moment's hesitation. To now see so many brave and noble souls continue her work, it only reaffirms that I was right to place my faith in her. True. Ah, forgive my meandering musings. You have not come to hear me wax nostalgic. Pray see to burying the cat's eye. The 12's blessings be upon you. Thank you, Father Iliad. Come, Igeld. Warburton's grave is just south of the church. Okay. It takes great strength to raise a child, and it takes even greater strength to let a child walk her own path, though it leads to danger. I have naught but respect for Flamine. I wonder if I'm pronouncing her name right. Because, like, a lot of times with Mikote, especially Keepers of the Sun, uh, the first letter is often, like... I think I overshot. The first letter is often, like, a syllable in and of itself. So, her name may be pronounced Philomene? Here it is, Igeld. No, you're doing it right. Okay. I think Fanger pronounces it a couple times. It was 20 years ago that Warburton came to Ul'dah, risking life and limb to warn us of the threat encroaching on Eorzea. 20 years ago that my ambition robbed him of his life, a daughter of her whole family. You would have been so proud of her. She was a warm, compassionate, and vibrant woman, always ready to answer the clarion call of duty without a moment's hesitation, just like her father. In the end, that selflessness wouldn't save not one, but 2 worlds. Now her duty has ended, and though you are worlds apart, I pray with this stone, this precious gem from Massilia, a part of her remains at your side. Just as she remains forever in my heart. Oh, Cilia. Never did I imagine such greatness could be born from a beginning so humble. I am proud to have been there for that first little triumph. Not only did you find a gemstone, you found your own path. That path took you far away to a place fraught with danger, but you have achieved all that you have ever desired, and you have returned. Rest now, Cilia, my dearest daughter. Won't you say a few words, too? A few words, too? Leave the rest to us. There is much I've left unsaid to Cilia, but I feel as though a weight has been lifted. With a lighter heart, I shall return to Mordona and resume doing my little part for the Scions, for her legacy. Wherever you may be headed, please take care, and when you meet them, do pass my regards to Thancred and Reen and all the others. Okay. Bow. Bye-bye. Thank you, Eigeld, for everything. Complete. Did Flamine ever tell Minfilia it was her fault, or... I don't think so, but I'm not sure. At any rate. Okay, that didn't take nearly as long as I thought it was going to. Well, that is going to be it for today. There are many things left unsaid. Like, that's kind of a big one. Also, Minfilia had the echo. Minfilia may have just known, honestly. So that is actually going to be it for the day. I'm going to go ahead and pop back over to the Crystarium. I want to thank everybody for coming by the stream. I hope you all had a good time. I know I did. If you enjoyed the stream, you can subscribe here on Twitch. We have special emotes for subscribers. You can also follow me on Blue Sky and Tumblr at AcidXShark. That's AcidXShark, where I post all the streams as they happen. Or you can follow me on YouTube at AcidXShark, where I post all the streams after they happen. Art for the stream. Chat Blocker was done by Isaac, who you can find on Blue Sky at Knucklebone. That's KNUCKLEBONE. VTuber was done by Teva. You can find on Blue Sky at Teva Meow. That's TEVAMEOW. With rigging by V747, who you can find on Patreon. Oh. What's going on? What we got coming up? We got Tuesday is Quonos, the New Dawn. Thursday is Undertale. Friday, Silent Hill F, New Game Plus Plus. And next Saturday, Eden begins. So I hope you'll tune in. Let's take a look at who else streaming right now that we can go ahead and raid. Miel is still streaming Pokemon ZA. Hold on, let me check. I'm trying to find out if... Okay. We're gonna go ahead and raid Meow. 1 second. Caramiella. I'll see you next time on the Shark stream. Same Shark time, same Shark channel. Take care, everybody.